Hi everyone and welcome. I'm Diane and my passion is painting and creating nature-inspired watercolors in my studio, which are easy for you to do too. I share all my paintings with you on YouTube, and on our website dianeantone.com you can find free downloadable sketches for all the videos to help you make the most of your painting journey. And if you'd like a little bit more, we also have channel memberships with loads of perks for you to enjoy. So welcome on board. Click subscribe and turn on notifications, and let's learn to paint watercolour. Hi everyone, Diane here, welcome to my studio. Today I'm going to paint a rather big 3 Christmas stocking painting. So imagine just behind these stockings there's a fireplace and log fire roaring there, crackling and doing everything, and in front of it are the 3 stockings that were hung up last night for Father Christmas, and they've been invaded by mice, as you can see. Anyway, so we like mice, so it doesn't matter if they're eating the cookies and the candy canes and everything, because everyone should get to enjoy Christmas, shouldn't they? Including the mice. So I'm working on a piece of, excuse my printer going mad in the background. I'm working on a piece of Etcher 140-pound watercolour paper. It says hot press, but it isn't. Must have been a mistake in the production factory. And then I'm going to be using possibly 3 brushes. This is a 7, a 5 and a 3 Draw Well round from Japan. I find these very good brushes. You can get them direct from Japan. The information's in the description below. And I have drawn this picture, and I'm going to paint it and then I'll trace it, and it'll be available for you to use if you want to on our website, dianeantone.com, for free. You can download the tracings. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to be using the Kuretake set here, because it's just an awful lot easier to paint a multicolour thing like this if you've got colours already mixed up. And I've got here a little flower-shaped palette, which I'm going to use for doing any blends that I need to do. So I'm not sure, I think I'll put that there maybe. I know I'm going to have to go over my painting, but just to get everything in, you know, it's not always as easy as you might want it to be. So I might just wipe out that paint from the last video. Do that. And yeah, so this might look very complicated, but if you get the sketch and download it and trace it, I think you'll find it won't be all that difficult at all. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to paint it very simply. I'm not going to do anything elaborate in the way of colour, tones and shades and all that sort of stuff. Just going to paint it very simply, like a colouring in kind of thing. And then I'm going to embellish it with pen, and we've got gold and white and black, and we'll be using that to finish off the whole thing. So we'll start off, why not start off at the top, in which case I'm going to use my number 5, number 5, and I'm going to paint the holly. And I'm not going to do it as roughly as I do when I'm painting sort of, what do you call it, pen and ink. We'll do it a little bit more accurately than that, just because we're going to embellish it with stuff. So here, this is a poinsettia sort of thing. A poinsettia-inspired flower, you could say. So I don't know, I can't remember how many petals a poinsettia has got, but it's somewhere in the region of 5, I would think. Most flowers have 5 or something like it, don't they? And then while I'm on red, let's do the berries. And this is going to be a colourful painting, I hope. a sort of traditional Christmas painting for those of us out there who are traditional. I remember it must be now 10 years ago when things all started to go very strange. I went shopping for Christmas wrapping paper. This was in England in the old days when I used to live in England. And it was, I think I'm going to put another poinsettia in here. I just wanted cheap wrapping paper. It was for presents for we used to run a school. We used to run a little sort of tuition centre, my daughter and Tamsin and me. And every year we used to do the Christmas tree for them, and we used to do a lucky dip. And we used to wrap up little cheap presents just for them to, get on the last day of term. And anyway, so I was shopping for, oh God, I don't know the last time I went shopping for wrapping paper. Perhaps it was then. Shopping for wrapping paper, and it was all black. We went into Hallmark and we went into all the other shops where they sell wrapping paper, and it was the year of the black Christmas paper. It was so strange. Anyway, there we are. I'm just colouring in the holly leaves with green, as you can see. They'll all be covered up with embellishment when we're finished. So we're not too worried about how they look. And, we need a few little leaves here. There we are. And then I'm going to, what colour shall I do with the pole? I suppose it ought to be sort of dark brown or something. I'm not sure if it's a branch or what it is, but anyway, what it is something from which there it goes down there. Went off track a little bit. Something from which the stockings are hanging. And we'll just put a little bit of yellow in the middle of the flowers there, and I might put some more red in as well, just a little dab. There we go. So that's that bit done. And then we need some dark green ribbon, which is going to hang down to each of these stockings. Just tape or something holding them. Can't remember what I did in the end about that wrapping paper. I couldn't bring myself to buy black wrapping paper. Not at all. Okay, so that's that bit. Put a bit more something on there. We're going to let that dry, and then we'll go around that in pen. And now a slightly bigger brush, and we're going to paint the stockings. This has got a sort of creamy coloured top to it. And then I'm just going to do some kind of some sort of softened down colours, sort of green. It's knitted, it's knitted. And then sort of a bit more blue. So I'm mixing the blue with cream to give me a sort of nice cream kind of colour. Don't know if it's going to work. Pinky blue. Oh, I don't know. A bit more dark green, perhaps. And then I'm going to put some beige on the heel, I think, shall I? And on the toe. No, I'm not going to put beige on the heel. I'm going to get rid of that. Tell you why. Because the mouse is going to be something like that colour. And we have a bit of red. And a bit more green. And a bit more red. And then the heel is going to be green. I'm not liking that. I think we'll go a little darker. And sometimes, you know, you sort of think, yeah, I'm going to go darker. And you can paint over. So make this green. And the toe as well. That's better. And I think we wanted a sort of turquoise stripe there. It seems to have got lost. When that's dry, we can sharpen that up a little bit, but that's okay. And then I think I'm going to do a nice dark red on here. I've learned my lesson about light colours. Now these are bells, you know, little ringy things, and I will put them in gold at the end. And so now we'll come in with some green, I think. And go about that far down, perhaps. And then what should we swap to? Should we go back to red? There we go. And we'll see what happens with the white bits. We do a nice green toe on this one too. And then perhaps dark red heel. There we are. I'll fill those lines in later. Okay, just let that run a little bit. And this one, I'm going to do the top purple, I think. Pick up some nice dark purple. There we are. And I'll do the heel also in purple. What goes with purple? A nice dark red, let's say, perhaps. Could be. This one's going to have to be brightened up when it's dry, because these are more the colours I really wanted. Sometimes it takes a while to get started before you really know what you want to do. And then you might have to go back and alter it a little bit. Okay. All right, I'm going to let that dry, and then I'm just going to come back and change that a little bit. Okay, I have repainted the this stocking, and now I'm going to just paint the mice grey. And it doesn't matter if we lose their features a little bit, because we can put those in with pen afterwards. So we just go over them in grey. This is a nice little grey from the Kuretake set. So we just paint it in light grey, all the mice. And just going around their parcel. They've got a little gift here to open, or they're going to open it. I'm not sure if it's actually theirs, but this one's very pleased because he's just discovered that it's full of cheese. Of course, this little parcel here. Full of cheese. We'll paint that yellow later, perhaps. And we'll just put some little pink in their ears, like that. And since I've got pink, we'll pink his ears as well. There's another mouse over here, peeping out. Another one down here, sitting on a twig, eating some holly. I think he's eating a holly berry there. And now they're all nice and grey. Paint the inside of the parcel later. Okie dokie. So now we need a slightly bigger brush. Let's paint the candy cane in stripes. There's another one over here. The beauty about a painting like this is that you can take as long as you like over it. You can spend a really long time painting everything very, very carefully. But I'm not going to do that because, you know, we have a sort of limited amount of time, really. This parcel is obviously going to be red. And we will put some gold ribbon on it in a minute. Arthur, do not sharpen your claws on the furniture. And this parcel, I think, as well, probably should be red. And then we've got a nice gingerbread star here. There we are. And we want some gold for the gold ribbon. Probably have to go over this with a gold pen to tidy it up a little bit. But we'll put some blobs on there. Doesn't look very gold. I think I prefer the starry colours actually. Okay, now what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to dry it off. So I think I'm probably going to start at the top with a 0.3 micron pen, or 0.2, something like that, and put some shape into the holly and the berries and the poinsettia, or whatever it is. Not really a poinsettia, it's just a red flower. Yeah, and I don't like to keep my lines too close to the drawing or the painting. I like to kind of wander off into a world of my own. But if you want to be precise, you can adapt this painting to be precise, as precise as you want it to be. There we go. It has a particular look. It's my style, not learned from anyone else, just what's developed over the years for me. And now we want to just improve the mice a little bit. Like I say, if you want to download the sketch, it'll be free on my website, dianeantone.com, so just pop over there. We've just redone the website and it's looking much better than it was. I mean, it was never that bad. Tamsin is so good at this kind of thing, but it looks much better now. Things move on, don't they? You know. What was pretty good a little while ago is now not so good. There we are. And then across the top. There we are. I said I would make that cheesy, didn't I, on the inside? What colour is cheese? Yellow. I think traditionally. Found a box of cheese, yay! And I think I'm going to try and find my smallest 0.1. That's not the right one. Have I got a 0.1 anywhere? Have I got a 0.1? 0.05, that's even better. Please work. Yes. Little faces, there we go. Little mouths. Okay, we've got one over here as well. He says, I'm keeping guard. I'm watching out for Santa Claus if he comes by. and I'll let you know. Or if anyone comes downstairs from the big house. I'm looking out just in case. And this one, similarly, is looking out on the other side, just in case. You never know when the people might come home, but my whiskers will tremble when they do. So I'll be able to tell you. This one down here is being super naughty because he's sitting here. He's already found something to eat. And he's not the same family. He's a little dormouse or a little, dormouse, I think. And he knows all about saving up for the winter. There we are. He's sitting on a little branch down there, and I haven't even given him a branch to sit on. That won't do. A little bit of holly. And he's eating a berry of some sort. Okay, so go around that candy cane. Go around the ribbon. And another candy cane. There's a present here, isn't there? It's a nice box, nice red box. I expect that's probably got a nice woolly hat in it, or a pair of lovely socks, hand knitted by Grandma. That's a nice biscuit. And the bell. Which has got to be coloured in gold. So, let's look at the gold. I've got starry colours here. They're nice and gold. Don't want all that water though. Arthur, you are in trouble today. You will be soon. There we go. Some nice gold bells. Might need to come back and reinforce the gold. Reinforce the gold here too, because the one in the Starry Colours set is better than the one in the Kuretake. Starry Colours, sorry, in the Kuretake main set. Okay, so now I'm going to try and put some embellishments on these things. I don't know what I'm doing, but you know by now that that's not an unusual situation. That's the thing with painting, though. This one needs lots and lots of gold and silver. Make a nice band there of gold. Band of gold, reddish. A band of gold round here. All I need is a band of gold. Okay, and just sharpen up those lines. Oh, it's raining again. You could do this for ages and ages because you've got all of these stockings to do. So you could look upon this as being meditation and just keep on keeping on. We could have, yeah, that's going to work. We could have a row of white hearts here. And then perhaps a row, do them upside down. That's taxing. That was difficult. And then maybe I switch to the gold pen. The thing is, when you're doing this, remember, just keep on adding, don't stop. Especially if you think it doesn't look right, just keep on adding. And eventually it will look right. Guaranteed. Because when you start and then you think, oh, but no, you'll think of something else to do, right? So I don't like those white hearts, so I'll fill them with gold and then they look different. So you think, oh, actually that's okay. And I think all we need to do here now on this one is just go around the outside edge. And I think that one's probably done. It could be considered to be done. Just improve this gold ribbon here with the pen. Now we come to the next one. Didn't really like that colour. I'll do that when that's dry. Okay, so now we're on to this one. And let's go around him with squiggly lines like this. And I think I'm going to grab some more gold paint. Do some flowers on here, perhaps. Some gold flowers. Something like that. And then, where we had our mucky mess, I'm just going to get the really dark gold, paint over that. If you need 2 rows, 2 layers, always come back once it's dry. So everywhere where there was a messy seam, you can just go over it, join it tidily, or fairly tidily. Okay, maybe we'll... Takes up quite a lot of water, this paint. And also, of course, the brush is not very... doesn't hold a lot of water. I think we better have some more flowers on the toe here. Put some diagonals on there, perhaps. And maybe some spots on the heel, I don't know. Whatever next. Okay, and now we're on to the last one. Do the same thing again. Where we left, let the paint touch, so just tidies it up a little bit. Doesn't want to be too tidy, does it? And then on, what size is that? Is that very small? Yes, that's too small. Let's go for this one. We'll just go around the outside edge, like I said before. I think that one's too fat. Believe me, this is a very fun thing to do, and it's very meditative, and when it's done it will look pretty, I think, and you can just express yourself, do whatever designs you want, whatever you feel you want to do. Sort of trying to make like jacquard patterns, you know, anything that looks kind of embroidered, medieval, that kind of thing. The beautiful thing about these pens is they're just amazing what they will do. I'm going to try and do some spirals. I'm not sure if it'll work on here. There we are. to go very quiet while I do this. A certain amount of concentration involved. There we are, that's that. And let's do some big circles and small circles just to do the heel. There we are. And then, whoops, wrong one. This bit you don't have to do if you don't want to. Of course, you don't have to do any of it. And indeed, you probably won't. But when you put a line down the side of the gold, it does make the gold stand out better. So if you can keep that reasonably straight. I just watched an old film. Remember Forrest Gump? Just watched that, and the theme tune is going round and round in my head, which is a little bit preoccupying. That's an amazing film. Tom Hanks is so brilliant. Well, they all were in that film. Make it nice and elaborate. Scallops and spirals and all sorts. So I think we're coming close to the end of that. So we will put in a few little stars. Like that. Have I forgotten anything very important? Not really. I mean, we could put gold up here on these leaves. I think that's what I intended to do in the first place, was to lighten them up with a little bit of gold, and the flowers too. Something like that. And this as well. It's too dark. So lighten that up a bit. And then, I think that's about right. All we have to do now is write Merry Christmas in my best handwriting. One of these days I'll learn how to write. It's not my thing, really. But you can't do everything, can you? Merry Christmas. Now all we have to do is let it dry and rub out the lines, and we'll be good to go. So there we are. I hope you enjoyed that. I know that was quite a long one, took quite a while, but it was quite a lot of fun, and I think that would make a fantastic picture to hang up at Christmas time, if I say so myself. So I'll let you go now. Go and visit dianeantone.com website, download the sketch, and you'll be set, good to go. And don't forget to give us a like and subscribe and turn on notifications, and also consider Patreon and becoming a member of the site. That is to say, the channel. Just saw an eagle fly past the door, so it just threw me for a minute. Okay, bye now. See you soon. Bye, everybody.